Good evening. Welcome back to GC's Marketing. And tonight we are looking at how Netflix uses data extensively to guide its international expansion strategy. Tonight, I am blessed to have all members on board, our 6 strong members on board, and they are going to help us to dive into how Netflix uses data extensively to guide its international expansion strategy. I believe you already know my guests, so we are not going to introduce them again. Maybe as they are about to speak, they introduce themselves and then they give us their submission. So, without wasting much time, let's go back or let's go to the discussion itself. We understand that they have what you call local content. That is a local content creation, and then as well as subscription and viewing platforms. We also know that of their language and subtitles. All right, so these are some of the points we'll be looking at, and then help our viewers to understand what this entails. So the floor is open to anybody who has an explanation to some of these points.
So one of the strategy Netflix have used to expand its business in international marketplace is language and subtitle. We all know in the world, not every country that are speaking the same language, and every region have different countries that speak different languages. For example, if you go to Europe, we have countries that speak French, we have countries that speak English. The same thing if you come to Africa, the same thing. Okay, there are some countries that speak English, there are some countries that speak Spanish, some speak Portuguese. So in order to expand their business to all of these countries, so in order to make other people from different places to be able to watch any type of video on their platform, they decided to introduce a subtitle features on their platform. That is, when you are watching a video, for example, let's say you are coming from a French country, okay, like me, you are watching a video where they are speaking English, you don't necessarily understand what they are saying. So what you can use to understand or follow the video carefully is the subtitle. While you are watching the video, you'll be able to be reading the caption about what people are saying in the English language. So this is one of the strategies Netflix have leveraged on to be able to expand their business internationally.
So in other words, what you are trying to say is that whatever it is that you are saying is being translated into a language that the viewers can understand.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you very much.
Adding to what he said, it's not necessarily English that they use as the subtitles. It's depending on your geographical location. Let's say a Hindi movie showing in Ghana. Definitely the subtitles will be in English. A Hindi movie showing in China or Korea, they use the Japanese and that particular language of that country instead. So it's not necessarily just English, but all languages, depending on where you find yourself.
To add on the subtitle issues too, Netflix also uses voiceovers. Let's say they've done a movie that's in English and they want to premiere it in, let's say, China. They hire Chinese people to do voiceovers on the whole movie so that the movie can be heard in Chinese, not in English. So that's another aspect of it. So it's not necessarily them putting the Chinese under the screen for you to read in Chinese or the English under the movie. They hire English or other language experts to do voiceovers on the movie so that you can clearly hear them speaking it. Yeah, that's also another aspect of it.
All right. Diana, can you please give us the point for the next one? Just the point so that we just explain.
So we have something like content localization.
All right. So with the content localization, what are some of the things that comes into mind with respect to what Netflix is doing strategically?
What I can say about the content localization is that with Netflix, sometimes they liaise with local content makers, whereby whatever they portray outside, it resonates to whatever local content that is coming out. And also, not only liaising on, but also they've collaborated with some local filmmakers to produce Ghanaian movies or movies that will appeal to Ghanaian audience. So we have something like the Jungle Justice, whereby it was being localized to like it was being produced to resonate in our local setting. So that's something I can say about it.
So another point is subscription and viewing patterns.
So I think with Netflix, before you can get onto their app, you have to subscribe. And the subscription, I know it. We have the monthly basis and we have the yearly basis. So per what you can afford, you subscribe. And please subscription and what?
Viewing
Yes,
pattern.
yes. And also per what you want is what you view. If you want action movies, you subscribe to that action movie. If you want love movies, you subscribe to that. So with Netflix, you get what you want. You get what you want to view.
So with the subscription and the viewing parties, so the subscription, we have the student package. That one is a bit cheaper and more affordable than the normal ones. So and when it comes to the viewing parties, it's more like there's an algorithm. Let's say you're a fan of these action movies. Once they notice that you are really watching one particular type of action movie, they keep recommending different types of action movies for you and all those kind of things. So once you, and also to have noticed something, when you type a title of a particular movie, let's say it's a romantic kind of movie, they give you a lot of options apart from the one you chose. They give you similar movies to that. So when you're done with one, you can move to the next one and all of that. The subscription, like she said, if you want to do monthly basis and yearly basis, but when you check, the yearly basis is relatively cheaper than the monthly basis.
With the viewing patterns too, let's take for instance, you have a movie in mind that's not on Netflix, and maybe they know the genre or the type of movie you are looking for. If they don't have it, they suggest similar ones to you, or maybe the characters in the movie that you are looking for, they suggest movies that have similar characters to it. So they always make sure they tailor movies that you like or that you search for in there, so that you can get them.
We are moving to the next point, and that is the user experience. Netflix leverages data to refine the user interface and overall experience based on regional preferences. For example, the organization of the genres, recommendation engines, and content previews can be adjusted to cater to local tastes.
With the user experience, okay, based on the feedback and data that Netflix has collected from viewers from the past, they have been able to redesign their interface to suit each of these countries, okay, because when it comes to Ghana, the interface of the Netflix is going to be different from other countries, because content that they are going to recommend you on the interface is going to be different from content they are going to recommend to another person in different country or in different geographical areas. So this is what I can say about the user experience.
So with the user experience, to touch on what Barry said, Netflix takes notice of the kind of movies we are interested in based on what we watch in each country, maybe Ghana, America, Nigeria. So all of us, our interfaces would be different just because our watching preferences are different, our cultural values are also different. So yeah, they take notice of those things and so give us what we want to watch.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for this very insightful discussion. Sadly, we've come to the end of this particular program, and I would also want to let you know that it is a project work. It is a project work for students of UPSA, and the group name is G6 Marketing. So, would like you to follow us on our YouTube channels as well as our TikTok channels, all right, and subscribe so that you can get more of these educational videos. And so this is what we want you guys to do. Please visit our page, subscribe. All right. Also, we want you to rate the videos as well. If you have any suggestion, if you have any comment, any question, you can put it across. Follow our social media platform and also share so that we can get more engagement on that platform. Thank you once again, and then hopefully we shall see you guys some other time. Bye.